Hello, hello, my Sagittarius collective. This is Haley, and my spirit name is Soaring Heart Woman. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back to my subscribers. This is going to be a general reading for Sagittarius for August 2024. My readings are timeless, so take what resonates and leave the rest, even if it's not within the August 2024 timeframe. If you're watching it before, watching it later, take it how it resonates for you. And I'm going to jump right into the meditation that I had before starting to record. And my meditation, the word vision popped into my mind. Vision and intuition, meditation, creating ritual or ceremony, creating a plan, not a plan, creating a ceremony of meditation and imagination, to create vision, to create a amalgamation between imagination and intuition. You're creating something, Sagittarius. And this is because of a vision. This is because of your ability to imagine and your psychic perception. This is finding that vision, that dream, and bringing it back into manifestation and bringing it into the reality that you lived today. Okay, I'm getting something else here. Hold on. Okay, so it is really easy to believe that what you're wanting or what you're visioning or dreaming of, it's really easy to be afraid of it as in reality. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is it's easy to believe that what you want or what you are afraid of is reality, right? So this can be a challenge because it can allow others to unconsciously or consciously manipulate you and your life based on your hopes and your fears. They and their own as well. We see it often in families where a child wants to be an artist and the family says, no, you need to be a doctor or a lawyer. So they become a doctor or a lawyer because they're afraid that they won't be able to survive without it because that's what they've been told, that kind of thing. So there's this energy of knowing what is right for you, your intuition, and working with the imaginative to create your reality. And by doing that, you can release a lot of that fear. It's still there, but others won't be able to control you in it. I just heard walking in a fog can help you to see the present more clearly. So it's like when you walk in a fog, you can't see anything in front of you. You can't see anything on the sides of you. You can't see anything in the back of you if you were to turn around type thing. All you can see is the next step that you take. And so there's this idea of walking in the fog. You can see the moment clearly because you're seeing yourself clearly. You're seeing the immediacy in front of you clearly, but nothing, and everything else is just everything else. Interesting. Okay. I was just getting some more. If the world is feeling like really hard, really intense right now, and you're feeling easily triggered or overwhelmed, this is this is a power, first of all. But this is a call to come back to self and tend to your it's so weird. I'm seeing like hairs standing up, but like they kind of remind me of like a TV, like an antenna kind of thing. So it's almost like tend to your sensitivity, like your sensitivity is your power. And right now you're being called to nurture that because it is your power. And there may have been people that have told you you're too sensitive or you're too much or anything like that. You're not. Do not believe that. You are not. But sometimes you do have to kind of hide out and you have to nurture yourself and allow yourself to recharge that sensitivity because you're so sensitive, right? You're so sensitive. And sometimes you need to recharge that sensitivity because you get drained very easily. And my nose just started running severely. So that might be a sign for clearing out and nurturing that sensitivity. So I'm just going to pause the video quickly. Give me one moment. Oh, that was better. I'm sorry. That was very unusual. It just started running like crazy. Yeah, so right now is the time to really go within and tend to yourself and the nurturing and needs that you have and you require, because it's going to be I heard the energies are going to ramp up. Like your psychic abilities are going to ramp up. Oftentimes we'll get nose runs like that. And I mean full blown, all of a sudden, random dripping out of your nose, crazy clear, and it's just your body clearing that out. It's just clearing everything out. And that often happens with upgrades and changes. So just be really mindful of that. There is a call, again, with this visioning and meditation and sitting in a sacred space, finding a space for you that is nurturing and sacred to you and that revitalizes you. And I'm hearing go to that place, even if it's in your mind. If you can create a place like that in your mind during day-to-day things, go into that place when you feel worry coming in, because right now is the time to pray and meditate instead of worrying. So when you feel yourself worrying or having that ramped up anxiety, going into that sacred place, whether it's pictured in your mind or physically into that space, and then sitting and praying or meditating and doing what you need to do to really nurture yourself. This is a interesting message for some of you. You need to soak up your surroundings. Go outside and really soak in the sunshine or the feel of grass or the feel of water droplets if you're by a river. Digging your feet into the dirt and feeling everything in between. It's really encouraging to soak in and soak up your surroundings. And that is going to help nurture and renew your abilities and allow you to move through these new ramped up energies better. It's gonna work to your advantage. So if you can, go outside and do that, because it's gonna work to your advantage. I did a reading, I can't remember which one. I did a reading, and I think it was a collective reading, and it was about nurturing. So it was about going out and sitting in nature, and Mother Earth and nature nurturing and giving you so much energy and healing, and feeling it move through your body to your heart space, and then it expanding through you out into the entire world. This is that same energy. So I don't remember which one it is, but it was really good. And if you have watched it, and you know which one I'm talking about, comment it below for the other beautiful Sagittarius that need to hear it. It is for some of you that should hear it, because there is a message in there for you somewhere. Okay, let's move on. No, I'm not allowed to move on yet. Okay. Tuning into the trees and the earth and the sky and all of the sacred spaces out there that you are called to, or feel that intensity, that sacred energy. Immerse yourself in it. Whatever will feed you, immerse yourself in it, because it is going to level you up and bring in so much nurturing energy to take on this next step. Yeah. Some of you, it's water. I'm getting some of you, it's definitely water. For others of you, it is it it is the trees and the dirt. Take whichever resonates for you. Yeah. Some of you maybe even have a greenhouse. I'm seeing a greenhouse with lots of flowers in it. Um and exotic plants, trees. It's a lot, like it seems like a large, maybe you want that. I don't know. But it reminds me almost of like going to a plant or gardening store and walking into their greenhouse, and they just have an array of everything, and it's just covered everywhere. It's just absolutely everything is green foliage, and you could get lost in there. Like, that's how big it is. That's what it reminds me of. And it's just all these different plants and trees and flowers, and some exotic and some uh more common. And it's so interesting. It's like, maybe that's your happy place. Maybe maybe you live in a city, and the only place that you get to do that is going to like a garden place, a garden store, and you like sit in the greenhouse and just love being in that. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe that's your sacred space, and that's super cool if it is. um, do that. Do that. I'm hearing. Just keep doing that. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Soak it up. Soak it all in, because it's going to like move not only you and your energies and your abilities to the next level, but it's upgrading consciousness as a whole. You're being guided by Creator and by your guides to do this. Like, this is extremely important. Yeah, I'm being called to mention that there is no separation between you and all beings. Um, Between you and the realms of and the worlds of spirit and Creator, and um however you identify it, as God, goddesses, um angels, there is this need to, this is your next level. This is your next step, because the recognition of that there is no separation between you and all things is your next step, is gonna like blast your psychic abilities and your visioning and your intuition. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be beautiful. All right, let's get into the cards, because that took a little bit longer than I expected. Ooh, the Hierophant. Yay! See? Told you. All right. So, for my Sagittarius 2024 August reading, what do we have? Let's get into the cards. I'm super excited because the meditation on visioning was so amazing to see all the different possibilities. Temperance. Right out the gate. Sagittarius, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You are showing up as yourself. Boom, right there. I love the Temperance card. I am a huge fan of the Temperance card because for me, it's about threes, okay? You have water in one cup, fire in the other, and with the right amount of each, not the same amount of fire, not the same amount of water, it's the right amount. A little bit of fire, even less water, or however you want to say it, but whatever it is, you have to have the right amount, not equal parts, the right amount. It's like baking a cake, right? You don't put 3 cups of flour and 3 cups of water. You put the right amount to make the cake. This is what this is talking about. This is the right amount of fire and the right amount of water creates steam. It creates a whole new substance. Chemical A and chemical B creates chemical C. Manifestation plus action equals results. This is exactly what you're doing. 7 of Wands. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'm going to quickly get all the cards out before I speak because I want to... The Moon card. Oh my gosh. Sagittarius, the High Priestess. Okay, did I not say psychic abilities, intuition? Like you are on it. 7 of Wands. You are protected. Standing up for what you want, you know where you're going and nobody can stop that. This also reminds me of like speaking publicly because it kind of reminds me of microphones. Standing up for what you believe in, what you're going after, your abilities, your visions, and speaking up on them and having people listen to you. That's kind of what that reminds me of. Too much. The Hierophant just showed up on that. Interesting. I'm taking note of that. That's a few times. 7 of Cups. Interesting. Over the Temperance and the 7 of Wands. 7, 7. 7 of Cups can be options, or it's very interesting because it goes really close to the meditation where you use imagination and intuition together. Because when you use, and there's like a bit of a blur of the line between imagination and intuition. And sometimes if you're not careful, you can go a little bit too much into the imagination and not know which like path to choose. And so this is guiding you on your intuition and your imagination, especially coming after the High Priestess and sitting between Temperance and 7 of Wands. This is knowing your imagination and knowing the things that you can bring into this world and really thinking and processing on your psychic abilities, but trusting your instincts, your intuition on which one to follow. You're not going to just follow all of them. You're going to pick the one that your intuition is guiding you to. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's get the other cards out. 7 of Pentacles. Holy... You have a lot of abundance coming in. 777. 777. Wow. See? Okay. So this is what we were talking about trusting your intuition and picking the right one picking the right imaginative path based on your intuition that's going to bear you fruit. The Emperor. Wow. You are the ruler. Coming into this, knowing this, that you and all beings are one. You are the ruler of your life. You are the ruler of your own making. You are manifesting exactly what you want. You know that your abilities, your psychic abilities, your intuition, your sight of things, seeing in the shadows, you know you're going to make a massive change, a massive difference in this world. Yeah, the Chariot. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is intense. Sagittarius, I want to be you right now. This is King of Cups. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love this deck, especially with the King of Cups, because usually they have him sitting on a pedestal kind of thing in the ocean, and the ocean is very turbulent. In this one, the ocean is extremely turbulent behind him, but his foot is in the water, and in front of him, it's calm. It's like he's like calming the emotions, calming the storm, calming everything down. And I love that. I love that because that represents exactly what you're doing. You are coming in and making a difference. You are calming the emotional body of not only yourself, but those around you. This is amazing. Wow. Okay. This is so intense. My gosh. Okay. No, not that one. All right. That last card is just waiting to come out. It knows exactly which one. Temperance, Seven of Wands, Moon, High Priestess, Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, Chariot, the King of Cups. Excuse me. Oh, Sagittarius, I'm so sorry. I had to sneeze so hard and I did not want to do that on camera. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely some changes going on in your body because you are releasing a lot of things. I can't remember the full story with sneezes, but it was something about like when you sneeze, your body is getting rid of negative energy, or I think there's one instance where it was about getting rid of demons or something within you, and that's why they said bless you. I can't be quoted on that, but it makes sense to me as far as for like releasing negative energy or things that aren't serving you. It's the same with your nose, right? When it runs, or if you're like finding yourself going to the washroom more often, those are all upgrades. It's a cleansing of your body. Okay, let's see. The Death card. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm sorry. Okay, so the Death card is not a bad thing. Okay, I should really preface that before I get all excited. This is your new beginning. This is your like upgrade. Okay, the old you is going away. You're upgrading your energy, you're upgrading your psychic abilities, you are creating an entirely new viewpoint and perspective on your world and your life based on these changes. The Temperance right out the gate, that's you, my lovely Saggies. This you're creating anew. You're putting a little of this, you're putting a little of this, you're putting a little of this, and now you're creating something else. You have put all of your lessons and your abilities together to create an entirely new ability and creation for yourself. You're standing up, you're speaking on it, you're holding true to yourself because you can see in the dark, right? You can see what needs to come out and what needs to come to light. You can see it with the high priestess. You know, your intuition, you know exactly what needs to be seen and what needs to be shown at this time. That might not be everything, but you're going to bring out what needs to be brought out because you know you have determined out of all of these things, what needs to come out right now for you and for the collective, for everyone. And you're putting the time and effort into it to create that abundance for yourself and for the world. And again, this is very green. This is, and it's your, like, this is your very center card. And it's about green and green trees and flowers. Like, this is that garden, that greenhouse that I was seeing. But by doing that, you are the ruler of your world. You're the ruler of your energy around you and what you're allowing in. And not in a bad way. This emperor, he's standing, and he's a scholarly emperor, right? Like, he's not sitting on a throne being like, give me everything and I'm going to sit on my butt. This guy is like, no, I'm going to do the work. This is the manager that will, or the boss that will get right down beside you and get their hands dirty in the work. This isn't one that's like, do this and walk away. No, this one is the one that will do the work beside you. And that's what you're doing. And that is what is so amazing, and what's going to lift everything up for everyone around you as well. And with the Chariot, this Chariot in particular isn't moving. However, what I like about that, oh look, there's like exotic plants again around her. But what I like about that is there is movement in being still. So that meditative state, that sacred space, like she's sitting on a sacred space, and she's surrounded by purple, right? That is your third eye. That is your meditation. That is your visioning. So she's sitting there visioning, and she might not be physically moving, but she's moving forward the energies. And then you've got the King of Cups, which is that stabilization, that balancing, that emotional stability and maturity, and being able to calm the storm. Whether it's within yourself or the people around you, you are calming the storm. You're calming the fears. By meditating and going into your space, right? Like when you feel that anxiety, or when you feel that fear of I'm hearing like, your path, your intuition, and then every once in a while you have this like, oh, but really, should I? Yes, you should. And that's just your fear and your anxiety. And that's when you need to go into the sacred space, and you need to meditate and pray. And that will allow you to calm the storm within yourself, the fear and the anxiety, which will then in turn calm the fears and anxieties of others around you. Okay. So it's like this circle effect. It just like constantly goes. And by doing all of that, you have a rebirth. Those fears and anxieties are dying, are leaving you, which is allowing you to move in to this new abundance and this new ability that you have been putting together from your other abilities. You are growing, you are benefiting. You're going from the seed, right? The seed has to die in order to have the tree bloom, right? That is what this is about. This is about remaking yourself, phoenix rising. You are blooming into something new. You would never know from a tiny little seed that is itty bitty bitty that in however long, boom, it's this big massive tree. Like, I mean, how could anyone really understand or realize that tiny little seed that could so easily be crushed would grow into like a mighty oak? It's that type of energy. And this is where you're going, Sagittarius. This is amazing. This is gorgeous. Justice. Again, there's this with temperance and justice, there's this thing about balance, right? It's not about equal parts, right? Because you can't have 10 rocks and 10 feathers and have the scales balance. Okay? You have to have enough feathers to match one rock. So it's not about the same. It is about how much do you need to keep it in balance. And that's where this, you that is what's going on and what you know, because temperance came up right away. That is you, Sagittarius. You know how much fire and how much water you need to create the steam. And the steam is what's going to run the engine. I don't know why I said that. That's what I'm being called to say. Is like the steam is what runs the engine. I don't really know. The steam is what runs your engine, maybe. The amount, just enough heat, just enough passion, just enough fire, with just enough emotion and love to create the steam, which is, your what you're going for. Wow. I'm gonna leave it there, Sagittarius, because that is just absolutely gorgeous. If this resonates for you, please like and subscribe. Take what resonates. Whatever didn't, that's not for you. It was for somebody else. Or it might be for you later on. So you can always come back and watch. Yeah. For some of you, Sagittarius, that are still with me, comment below. I would love to know your story, because this is so intense and I love it. I love this for you so much. Oh my gosh. I wish I was a Sagittarius right now. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. All the best. All my love. Bye.